bored no more.
All right, hit it. SOS Radio is on its way. All right, we're going to start things off right. I'm not today's SOS Radio. I just completely decided I'm going to go raw, go off the cuff. I don't even know. I say that often, but sometimes it's more true than other times. And today it definitely is, to the point where I didn't even name it anything. I don't remember what I called it. What did I call it? Like random and stuff or something and stuff. And then anyways, here we go. See, we're definitely playing Orthodox content, but I think I'm starting off like this. Because sometimes it's how I feel.
Oh yeah. Alright. Somebody's hiding, it's drowning my icebox. Somebody's cold one is giving me chills. Guess I'll just close my eyes. Oh yeah. Alright. Feels good inside. Flip on the telly, wrestle with Jimmy.
Come on, Jimmy. Who's wrestling with you? Oh, yeah.
The bottle is ready to go.
Oh, bang, bang, woo, wow, wow.
Say it ain't so. Your joke is a heartbreaker.
Oh, bang, bang.
Say it ain't so. My love is a life taker. I can't confront you, I never could do that which might hurt you. So try and be cool when I say this way is the water slide away from me that takes it fuller every day. Be cool.
Be cool. Yeah.
Say it ain't so. Your joke is a heartbreaker.
Well, 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 well.
Say it ain't so. My love is a life taker. Dear Daddy, I write you in spite of years of silence. You cleaned up, found Jesus. Things are good, also I hear this bottle of Stevens awakens ancient feelings. Like father, stepfather, the sun is drowning in the blood. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Welcome, Antonio. Stepping on up, stepping on in. Just say it ain't so. Just do it. Say it ain't so.
Your joke is a heartbreaker. Say it ain't so.
Oh yes, that is Weezer. I am not a massive Weezer fan, but that first album was a pretty good one. In the background, we had some Fugazi playing. I have shown you guys that they were heavily, especially on that album, heavily influenced by the wonderful and magnificent Fugazi. Make sure Tuesday, actually I have to see if we confirm the time. You see those rays can you guys see that? That's pretty cool. The sun's hitting on that thing. Can you see that?
Cool.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Woo! Oh, I think I'm gonna have to change the song I'm gonna play next because of how awesome that looks. But let's hope that doesn't go away. Tuesday, please tune in. Tuesday, we are going to be doing an amazing episode with Father Christopher Foley of Luxury. I'm telling you, I'm excited about this, premiering this with you guys, and we have a surprise for each and every one of you guys that tunes in live. I'm telling you, you're going to want to tune in on this one for sure. I mean, everyone we do, of course, but that one for sure. Hold on, Father, I'm looking at the message as I'm looking at it. I'm going to play a song to celebrate these rays coming through. You see those? And I'm going to let you guys know what time Father Christopher Foley and I will be premiering the episode with you guys. I'm telling you, you're going to want to tune in. It's going to be remarkable. It's going to be amazing. Now I have to change the song because of those rays, because they're just so good. Oh, I hope everyone enjoyed today's live stream, this episode of Bored No More. I think what is it, Manny? Is it the third Bored No More at this point?
That's right.
That's right. Manny says, see, I even get confused by who's the what and the what's the who's. And I'm sitting here looking for something. It's so hard when you don't have the proper equipment. Maybe one day we'll have the proper equipment and we can do things a little bit better than we do now. Anyways, to celebrate these sun rays that are just flashing ever so nice. I don't know if you guys can see them. Can you see these rays? They're amazing. To celebrate those rays and to celebrate the fact that we're going to talk about Tuesday's episode with Father Christopher Foley. Here's Luxury, one of my favorite songs as of late. It's a heartbreaker. It's a putter-backer together. It's a praise. Beautiful music moment. Luxury. Let's go.
I would that I were made new. The scars on my belly undo, and the blood that I have in my veins could be mine and not stranger unnamed. 'Cause I once was perfect as you, pink skinned and full flaming youth, as wind on a terrible sea, as a pillar of ivory. Six angels that my back. To sing, to pray, to bear my soul away. I would that I were made new. I would that I were made new. Scars on my belly undo. I would that I were made new.
right there. One of my favorite songs as of late, Luxury. And to answer your question, my dear friend Joseph Beard, on Tuesday, I'm actually texting right now as we speak with Father Christopher. I just got to lock it down. Let's see. So 6 p.m. our time, Manny, is 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Yep.
So it'll be on Tuesday, most likely, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think that's correct.
Yeah.
Yes. So it'll be 7 p.m. Central Standard Time Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tune in live. It's going to be an interesting. It's going to be interesting for sure. Got a couple of surprises for everybody that tunes in. I'm excited for it. I've been editing parts of it. It's an incredible interview. We cover a lot of ground. Of course, we talk about Father Christopher Foley's introduction to punk, orthodoxy, quite a bit heavy. If anyone's ever watched any of my interviews that I do with people, priests or anyone in general, I always seem to kind of come back to that quite a bit, just because it's on my mind a lot. It's actually mostly because of my curiosity, really. Speaking of which, yesterday I was on Exposing Powerful Lies. It was totally random. I was on there, and Jerry was talking more about like some of the political atmosphere that's going on, and somehow I got on there, and I think I derailed him a bit, and we started talking a lot more about orthodoxy, whatever. I think he appreciated that, but it's a lot that's been on my mind a lot. This subject's on my mind constantly and consistently, mostly out of curiosity and trying to get better at becoming whatever it means to be Orthodox Christian. So anyways, I don't know. I just veered off there yet again. Let's talk. Oh, our dear friend Brody is in the house. What's up, cousin? How are you doing, sir? Good derail, Mano. Did you hear it? Were you there? Oh, cool. You went on. I guess he just said no. Yeah, it happened randomly. So I'm definitely going to be doing more. I really enjoyed that conversation. He apparently really enjoyed that conversation. I don't think he minds me saying so. We're definitely going to be doing some more of that, which also brings me to a segment. I think I'm going to start doing it maybe weekly. I'm going to start calling it the message. I did it before called the message for what do they call it? The convos with the Mano. And what I'll be doing is basically just getting random guests on, whether it be some of you guys, whether it be people like BLA or whoever, and just have like random off the cuff conversations. I enjoy those. I think I've gotten a lot of messages from people that they enjoy me when I do that. Yeah, so I'm going to be starting to do that on a consistent basis on Patreon. A lot of people asked, way more than I expected, to do a private episode, both probably a private pirate S.O.S. radio, so I can play stuff that I can't play here because there's a lot of videos I want to show and I can't. They keep taking us down, and it's happening more and more lately, like quite a bit more. One of my favorite S.O.S. streams was the one that we did on Sunday. I really enjoyed it, and I can't believe a lot of you guys really dug it. Like a lot of good messages. A lot of people really enjoyed that episode. I liked it a lot too. It felt good. Apparently we got in trouble, so we had to take that down. You can find it on Rumble. You can find it on Patreon. But a lot of people wanted to have more private conversations on Patreon. I can't fully express my opinions on a lot of things for a number of different reasons. One, because of the censorship stuff. Yes. Another one is I don't want to create more problems in our community. I don't want to create more division in our community. And I can't believe I'm saying this of all people. If anyone knew me before the S.O.S. live streams of this year, I had never had a problem being controversial. I'd never had a problem expressing my opinion. I never had a problem pushing the boundary. And I don't really care what people's opinions are on a lot of things. So I would say things that were not very popular, even amongst quote unquote, like conspiracy alternative thinking people. I'll say things that are very unpopular amongst that group as well. I've always been like that, especially during 2020 and the last couple of years. But in the last little while, I've decided to kind of tone that down. It's not even something I want to do that much because I think it creates a bigger problem. And I'd rather be more of a solution than a problem. I don't think that we should ignore a lot of the issues that are occurring out there, both politically, economically, in our society, online orthodoxy and all that stuff. None of that. I don't think we should shy away from that. I just think that there's a time and a place. And I don't want to cause any more division. So if I express certain opinions, it will create a bigger division. So my point is, some people want more hardcore, like right to the point conversation. I want to have some of that. There was that one stream where I went off a bit and we took it down. That was I think 2 Sundays ago or whatever. And a lot of people sent me private messages about that. The rant that I did about men and women, the rant that I did about like some of the decisions made in 2020, the rant that I did about all that stuff. If you guys remember what I'm talking about. So on Patreon, I'm going to be a lot more open. And again, the reason why I'm shying away from it isn't because, I shouldn't even say shying away from it. I'm avoiding a lot of those opinions is because I don't think it helps. And again, some of those things have to be said, but there has to be a time and place. I think I don't have even yesterday on exposing powerful lies, I did say a few things. Jerry and I fully agree on a lot of things. It's not that. I think you guys get what I'm saying. Especially our community. Our community is starting to divide in some ways. I don't know if you guys are noticing this. I don't know if you guys are even aware of this. A lot of people are kind of like, dare I say, a little bit fed up with some of the content. I'm not taking any shots. A lot of the people out there I support. But I think you guys get what I'm saying. So, we'll have those kinds of conversations on Patreon. Anyways, because a lot of people are asking for it. It's not because of that. I also want to talk about the zine in a minute. That's coming together real nicely. A lot of people have sent in some amazing content. I'm going to show you just a basic outline of how I was thinking about it should be laid out, including the amazing logo that was done by our dear friend Daniel. And that's another thing that I really want to emphasize here, whether it's coming through or not. And I'm really sorry that I keep going on this. I think it's extremely important now more than ever. No, you can leave that up, man. You can leave that up because that's part of what I want to talk about. Community. I really, really, really want to emphasize this. Oftentimes, Mano rant, I could feel it, Mano rant. Oftentimes, people overuse the term community and they inflate what it means, and it sounds so cool and catchy and like, oh my God, everybody cares. Let's get this community going. Let's get the community going. I'm kind of sick of that stuff. I've seen a lot of it. I've experienced it firsthand here in Mexico. A lot of us were talking about it during 2020 and all that stuff. What does it even mean? So I even like hesitate using that term, but there's no better term than using family and community. Our best way to say no to a lot of the malaquias that are happening out in the world is create strong family. And this is coming from a guy whose family is kind of broken. So I'm not delusional. I'm well aware that my family is not together. And I'm well aware of what I've done to create that. And I'm also well aware of what other people have done to create that. So I'm not delusional. I'm not talking, blah, blah, blah. But part of the community we want to build here is what you've been experiencing all day, the Board No More network. You see how many people in the chat supporting each other, loving each other. And here's a good example. Right on the screen, we have this lovely, amazing logo done by one of our members of the community, Daniel. And what we want to do with the zine is kind of what we're doing with Board No More. It's kind of like what we do with S.O.S. On S.O.S, we play music from within the community. We show art from within the community, and we're trying to push and encourage everyone in our community to be participants in the community and really feel like this is part of theirs. And the zine is one of the ways we're going to do this. And it's one of the ways we are doing this. And here's an example of this lovely logo that Daniel did. And look at this. Daniel's in the chats. He's taking a thank you. I want to thank you personally, Daniel. You nailed it, man. You nailed it. And then after this next song, I'm going to show you guys the outline that we're thinking about using. And there's some magnificent people in the chats that have sent us material that's awesome. That's incredible. And we're not talking, excuse my language. Excuse me, and I apologize, but sometimes I'm going to have to swear because sometimes it has impact. I'm tired of the bullshit. We want real content. We want real things. We want real nastiness. Just like we talked on Sunday, sometimes art comes from dirty, broken things. Sometimes broken hearts, broken minds, broken lives. Make the best art. And that's honestly what makes us human, isn't it? It's the one thing that nothing else can do it. Computers and algorithms will never mimic the beauty of the broken human spirit put together, coming together to make something out of that pain, like a Mark and Maida, that story, what comes out of that? Pain brought something to the world. That difficult decision put something on the world, into the world, and contributed from the brokenness of it. We talked about that with Christina as well. We even talked about it in the conversation we had last time. We're so quick to discard humans that have made horrible mistakes. Wow, I'm definitely feeling this rant. But the point I'm trying to make is, from this stuff, this is how we create, this is how we contribute. I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm not referring to anyone personally. Like, there's a lot of great content creators out there that I love and I adore, and I want to support them too. And I have, but I'm just saying, guys, let's make some stuff. Let's create stuff. Let's come together, and not in a bullshit way, not in like a kumbaya horseshit way. I apologize for using that word. I want to use other stronger words, but I'm trying to hold back. But let's put some stuff together, man. Let's build this thing. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. There's stuff happening behind the scenes I don't want to talk about. I can't talk about as of yet, but one day I will, very soon. And that'll be probably on the Patreon thing. We're going to talk about community for reals. I want to bring together the community, and we all want to have a conversation. I want to unveil some of the things that are happening behind the scenes. For whatever reason, I said before, if God wills it, we will build it. For some reason, I think, and I don't want to be stepping over my boundaries. I still have to check with Father Turbo, but I might we might be being pushed. I know I was saying I'm avoiding this one thing that's happening, but God keeps smacking me upside the head with this thing. He's like, you're avoiding it. Whap! He's been whapping my head constantly and consistently as part of this community building thing. Manny's shaking his head because he knows exactly what I'm talking about. Manny's one of the guys that keeps pushing me on this thing. I'm talking a little bit more about it because I want to kind of like, I want to put it out there. This is what we're doing. We're trying to do this thing. We're trying to do this thing. We're trying to do this thing. And this thing's kind of coming together. And this community is being built. Slowly, quickly, I don't know. But let's support each other. And if someone puts out good art, let's support them. If someone puts out art, let's talk to them and get them to make better art. And let's not be afraid of being weird. Let's not be afraid of making mistakes. Let's not be afraid to try some stuff. And if you mess up, just say you're sorry. Acknowledge it, repent, and move on. Here we go, dear friends. Yet another wonderful Orthodox content creator and a dear member of the community. Post, what up, son? Where you is, boy?
I'm receiving lessons from the other side. Not believing anything I haven't tried. I've been focused on anything but my own life. Tons of pressure crushing my brain from every side. I hear the rain pouring. Yeah, I'm beginning to like that sound. Cause on the dark days I pray to carry me through. I'm giving out warnings, cause heaven knows I've been down. And evil leading me away from the truth. Every day and my call sign is IDK when I'm online. All damn day I'm the fall guy. Take my eyes, I'm invested in all ways, at all times. I'm here until I send it all away. Send it all away. Send it all away.
Post, feed him. This is our boy Post. What's up, dude? Let's go. Come on.
Hear the rain pouring. I'm beginning to like that sound. Cause on the dark days I pray to carry me through. I'm giving out warnings, cause heaven knows I've been down. And evil leading me away from the truth.
All right. You know what I need everybody to do right now? I want Manny to throw up Post's Instagram account and spoon bomb that dude. And if you don't know who he is, go check out his music. He's part of the community. He's in the chats right now. If you like that track, you need to support this dude right here, right now. And not only that, you got to go hit him up on Spotify. We got to support each other. If something's good, we're going to play it here on SOS Radio. If something's not good, I'm not going to do it. So I'm just telling you, I like this guy. I like this track. Support him. Go support this guy right now. It's ridiculous how many people are not following this dude. Let's go. Everyone, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Orthodox Boomer Grandma, I'm sending you a message. I'm so interested in a lot of the things you're doing out there. I want to hear about this factory. I want to hear about your story. I'm just saying this live on air because I was talking about it with Manny yesterday over dinner, and this is how we do things here. We just do things raw. I don't care if there's some sort of weird way you got to do things proper and this and that. I'm not a proper dude. Orthodox Boomer Grandma, I'm sending you a message. We need to talk. I want to hear about this factory. I want to hear about this icon thing you're doing. I want to hear your crazy stories. I want to hear about your crazy life. I want to hear it all. I want to hear it all. I want to hear it all. Another dude that's been sending me some WhatsApp messages. This dude I got to get on. I'm not going to say who it is just yet, but this dude needs to come on. I want to hear this dude's story. That's the thing about what we're doing. We got to have to all come together. Speaking of which, the zine. Let's talk about the zine. Let's show the zine. This is not official. This was just something literally I slapped together this partially yesterday and this morning. I don't know if you could see it. Basically, it's not going to look like this exactly, but definitely don't want it to be like a ripoff of anybody else. But we love giving like respect to people out there that have done great work. Definitely want to give respect to Death to the World and this and that for what they're doing, but we don't want to mimic that exactly. We want to do our own thing. We definitely want to give love and respect to them. So anyways, we got that. This is totally rough. This is totally like just slapped together. I literally did this. Like I drew out the paper thing like a day or two, like literally like they have like papers with like marker stains all over them and this and that, just coming up with ideas. So basically we're going to be doing this. This is what we're doing. And we're going to be putting out, again, if you haven't heard about this, send us anything you have, anything you want to do. Again, it's not going to exactly look like this. Like literally I put this together like an hour before we were on air, like taking a picture of it and throwing it in the thing. But we have a lot of great artwork from Stephanie. We have some stuff from Punchy. We have some stuff from I don't know what name he wants to go by, so I'm just going to call him Orthodox Dogface on here. Amazing article there. We have an article from Tim Thompson. Waiting on an article from our dear friend Metal Mystic, who also will be doing an episode with Metal Mystic soon. He's going to be on as a pop-in DJ for SOS Radio. Whoever doesn't know who Synaxis podcast is, maybe we should spoon bomb Synaxis because they also need some love and support. They don't have, you know what I mean? It's crazy because our viewership is low. Our subs are low, our viewership is low, but we need to spread it to everyone, and everyone's got to support each other because this is how we do things. And honestly, like I'll go back to it because I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. Things are happening in the world, and they're going to get crazier. I'm telling you. I wasn't one of those, like, I'm not trying to say like, oh, listen to me, blah, blah, but I'm just saying this is coming from a guy who was calling out what happened in 2020 and 2019. I've mentioned this before. I'll mention it again. You can ask Manny flat out. It was around October of 2019. I told him and a group of other people in my family, next year, they're going to do some sort of fake thing right after Brexit. Right after Brexit, they're going to do something. It could be a virus. It could be this. It could be that. They're going to do lockdowns. They're going to do this thing, and they're going to do that thing. And I'm telling you, the same kind of guy. We cannot get blackpilled. We should not get blackpilled, is what I was talking about yesterday on Exposing Powerful Lies. We must not get blackpilled, but we must not be deflected. Taking our eyes off the prize. You must not take your eyes off the prize. You must see what's coming, and you must be able to combat it. I'm not talking about going into the bush and create your own community out there, whatever. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Well, I'm going to talk more about it as we go more and more into the conversation about community. But without community, without family, without proper things in place, without proper parallel societies, I mimic the parallel society I'm viewing to, I'll say it again, to the monastery concept and the monastery model that I know for sure in Cyprus, my family, in Greece, in Serbia, and other places that were under the Ottoman Empire. The way that they survived is they survived. I talked about this on Light of Tabor with Mark. The way they survived is families and everybody grouped around monasteries, and they created their communities around there, and they kind of waited out the malakias. You can get involved in it to some degree. I'm not saying don't vote. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying don't take care of your families. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying on the ground level you shouldn't do as much as you can. I'm totally agreeing with that. You should totally do that. That is not what I'm saying. I'm not saying run away from the system. I'm just saying be prudent, build communities, have the proper neighbor around you, right? Do you want to choose your neighbor? Because I do. Many of the people in the chats, I want to be your neighbor. You know why? Because I know we have this in common. And I know you're not going to mess with my life. And I'm not going to mess with yours. We're going to keep each other in check. I'm ranting and raving about this, and I think I'm going to continue doing this because I think it's time that we understand certain situations that are happening worldwide. And it doesn't mean you have to move from where you live or this and that. You just got to stay connected, build something, put it together, and be ready. Be prudent. That's all. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. And we're trying to make something happen from here in Mexico to the U.S. Looks like Texas. I got Texas on my map. I got Tennessee on my map. I got Missouri on my map. I hope to get Montana closer to my map because I don't have 100% things there, but a couple of these places, but we definitely are going to try to set something up. But it starts with what we're trying to build here at Board No More, what we've been trying to do with S.O.S. Radio, and why we're encouraging each and every one of you guys to participate in the zine. These little things are big things. They're not little. We make these things happen together. That means we can do it on a bigger scale. You understand? If we can make the zine happen, which is happening, we can do that on a bigger scale, correct? If we learn how to work with each other on this small thing, we can do bigger things, correct? It's so simple. If you want to get racist with it. It's simple. Right? You know what I'm saying? People make good music, we play it on the air. You know, people put out a good video, we tell them to go check it out. You make a good, you have a good message on your podcast. Come on, this show. We start small and we build big, right? That's the only way this is going to happen, right? That's just how it's going to happen. We need to participate in the lives that we're given. We cannot run away from them. So I'm not talking about blackmailing. Some people, I have to be careful with some of the things I'm saying, but I'm going to be clear. I'm not saying that's not black pill. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. The financial system is coming. Like the situations is coming. But be prudent. Be prepared. What that means isn't as hard as you think it is, and it's not as crazy as you think it is. And there's a lot of malakias out there. Just going to say it. If anybody is overly supporting one thing, they probably got the wrong thing. Unless that one thing is this. And how do we build our communities? We build it decentralized like this. I'll go into more details on different conversations that we can have a little bit more open. But I've been getting a lot of messages from a lot of you guys. And I think a lot of us, and by a lot, I mean our community is tiny, but a lot of people are vocal and they got this thing. We got to figure this out. I want to shake each and every one of your hands personally, face to face, proper hugs, all them things. Manny, should we do... Oh, we already did the zine thing. See, I'm so behind because I'm on my rant. I'm just like, I'm trying to keep the rest of the rants on the down low. Too many rants. Let's switch gears. Here's a man that definitely knows how to put community together. I wish we politically agreed a little bit more. I really do. It would be wonderful. I wish, but this person does, talk the talk and walk the walk, for sure. One of my biggest musical idols of all time, or influences, be careful with that word, idol, Mano. Definitely one of my biggest influences, no joke, for sure. And one of the things I loved about this guy is he practices what he preaches, and he really puts it out there, and he really follows through with his message. He goes to the people, he plays for the people, he does all that. The only problem is he's a little bit leans towards the socialist aspect of things. What are you going to do? His heart's in the right place. We just have to have a conversation. He loves going to Greece, and he likes Greek people. Maybe we can have a talk. All right, Mr. Manu Chao. It's time we talk.
Te lo dije bien clarito.
Permanece a la escucha. Permanece a la escucha.
12 de la noche en La Habana, Cuba.
That bass line, man, is so
11 de la
good.
noche en San Salvador, El Salvador.
11 de la noche en Managua, Nicaragua.
Me gustan los aviones, me gustas tú. Me gusta viajar, me gustas tú. Me gusta la mañana, me gustas tú. Me gusta el viento, me gustas tú. Me gusta soñar, me gustas tú. Me gusta la mar, me gustas tú. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je ne sais pas. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je ne sais plus. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je suis perdu. ¿Qué horas son? Mi corazón. Me gusta la moto, me gustas tú. Me gusta correr, me gustas tú. Me gusta la lluvia, me gustas tú. Me gusta volver, me gustas tú. Me gusta marihuana, me gustas tú. Me gusta colombiana, me gustas tú. Me gusta la montaña, me gustas tú. Me gusta la noche, me gustas tú. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je ne sais pas. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je ne sais plus. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je suis perdu. ¿Qué horas son? Mi corazón.
12, un minuto.
Me gusta la cena, me gustas tú. Me gusta la vecina, me gustas tú.
Radio
Me
Reloj.
gusta su cocina, me
1
gustas
de la
tú.
mañana.
Me gusta camelar, me gustas tú. Me gusta la guitarra, me gustas tú. Me gusta el reggae, me gustas tú. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je ne sais pas. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je ne sais plus. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je suis perdu. ¿Qué horas son? Mi corazón. Me gusta la canela, me gustas tú. Me gusta el fuego, me gustas tú. Me gusta menear, me gustas tú. Me gusta la Coruña, me gustas tú. Me gusta Malasaña, me gustas tú. Me gusta la castaña, me gustas tú. Me gusta Guatemala, me gustas tú. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je ne sais pas. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je ne sais plus. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je suis perdu. ¿Qué horas son? Mi corazón.
¿Qué voy a hacer? Je ne sais pas. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je ne sais pas. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je suis perdu.
¿Qué horas son? Mi corazón.
¿Qué voy a hacer? Je ne sais pas. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je ne sais pas. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je suis perdu.
¿Qué horas son? Mi corazón.
The great and wonderful, the powerful, the most magnificent, most amazing Manu Chao. If you guys don't know who Manu Chao is, oh my God, as I always say, you best get knowing. You best get knowing. Is somebody leaving? Is that what's going on in the chats, Manny? What am I missing? Who's leaving?
Joseph Beard is not.
Joseph Beard, my dear friend Joseph Beard, I love you, dear sir. I will be messaging you shortly. I will do my best to get all the clips out tomorrow. I'll make sure to tag you and everybody else that was on this amazing stream today. Love you, brother. Messaging you soon. Definitely a key member and component of this entire community. Mr. Joseph Beard, everyone. Adios, dear sir. Manu Chao. A couple things about this guy. Really cool guy. Manu Chao lives like legitimately lives the life. He did a lot of crazy things. He still does. He like travels around with his little ukulele, kind of like this, and he just goes around little small towns and just plays with people. He walks the streets of Barcelona, the streets of Athens, all over Italy, anywhere he goes, and he just does plays for the people, hangs out with the people, big smile on his face, doing his thing. In Mexico, he's adored because he would even do concerts for like small little villages of indigenous Mayans and Aztec types. Can I say that? Am I going to get in trouble now? I've been to a lot of these villages myself. Totally racist. So much so that yeah, living amongst Mexicans is pretty interesting. It's pretty cool. It's pretty eye-opening. It's pretty awesome. And I've talked about it quite a bit on this show. And guys like Manu Chao live that. They don't just talk the talk. They really legitimately do certain things. Well, it goes to show you someone that's a socialist like him who actually believes what he says. You know, I'm not gonna say it's a positive part of socialism, but some of them that truly believe it, they do their best to go out there and live that life. And he does do that to a large degree. What did I see here? Xavier Rudd. Oh yeah, Xavier Rudd. I was a fan of Xavier. I'm not saying that I wasn't. That I'm not. Definitely, Xavier Rudd is pretty cool music. I went down this path. I think Brody, you might have gone down a similar path. A lot of like the. Okay, Brody, do you know who Nako Bear is? Anybody in the chat know who Nako Bear is? I have to say, Manny, should I go off on a knock? I'm gonna go on this. Let's see if Brody knows. Do it. Manny wants me to do it. Brody, do you know who Nako Bear is? Medicine for the People. I do not. Okay. Let me tell you guys something about some weird things about music. I love Nako. So Nako Bear. I'll play some Nako. Medicine for the People. Very familiar with Nako Bear. Denise, you know what? That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me at all. I should have assumed that yes, you misspelt it. I should have assumed that you knew who Nako is. Okay, let's talk about Nako. Honestly, one of the greatest songwriters of all time for me is Nako. My issue with Mr. Bear is that he's super woke. And he's super woke, but he thinks he's not. He's super like, I'm spiritual but not religious. There's a lot of like Pachimama, that kind of stuff going down in G-Bar Town, all that stuff. And as I was a part of that hermetic sort of stuff, there's a lot of the hippie stuff I wasn't a big fan of, but there was a couple of key artists that were like remarkably great. So guys like Nako Bear, Medicine for the People, Trevor Hall's earlier albums, definitely. Xavier Rudd for sure. Rising Appalachia, yeah. But the problem is I have a hard time listening to them now because now they're all like they're just, I don't buy that stuff no more. During the 2020 COVIDs, Nako put out some masks. I don't know how he feels about that. I don't know, just things like that. And he talks about that. And there's so many Nako songs. I don't even know which one to play for everyone that they'll like. I don't even know if I should play Nako. Like some of his solo stuff is like crazy. So let's go. Okay, how about this? In the chats, should I play Nako? I don't know. I feel weird playing Nako after this. Man, he's like, yes. Okay, in the chats, if you want something like gets at your heart. Let's see. Yeah, he did the mask thing. He didn't talk about the COVIDs really, or anything like that. But he's very much about like. Okay, so let's go. There's like true indigenous info, and true. Like I don't even want to call them indigenous because when you use that word, it's kind of like saying sustainable. Oh my god, like I'm indigenous. Like what does that even mean? Like am I an indigenous Greek person? So like there's like the wokey victim thingy going out there and on that side of the world. There's that, but then there's like the real actual like legitimate, like they're indigenous people. They're like legit. Like if you want a proper reservation and you like experience that, they're not about all this hoopla horse shittery. You know what I'm saying? They'll even refer to themselves as Indians. Like they won't steer away from that. They're like, don't call me indigenous. Like I've spoken to a number of hardcore for real Comanches, Aztecs, this and that in Canada. There's reservations everywhere, whatever, and they're like, oh man, we're not into that. And like there's this whole thing where they say like, well, we had like 35 million genders and like it's part of our culture. They're like, no way, dude, there's none of that stuff, right? So there's like the legitimate for real people that struggled and are the real indigenous individuals. I'm just using that term because I don't want to say the other word because then I might get in trouble. But I spoke to one. I spoke to an elder. And I was like, careful. He's like, don't call me that. He's like, I'm Indian. Like, don't call me that. Like, I don't care what people say, whatever. That's BS, whatever. But like, legitimate, like totally. He's like, I eat meat. I'm a man. Like none of the stuff that you hear on this is like bullshit. They're the ones that are. He was our own supposed people are culturally appropriating us. That's how he put it. He was, these people are not the legitimate people. They're not the real people. Manny knows them too. He's gone hunting with a bunch of them, like for real people, and they don't want any of this bullshit that you hear out there. That's a big word I'm using today. I apologize for everyone. I'm trying to cut down on the swearing, but I can't help it today. I'm riled up a little bit in a positive way. We're talking about community. These people understand community. And the guy told me, he's like, I'm not a victim. And he told me flat out, don't look at me like that. And I was like, I love this dude. This dude's legit. So Nako Bear isn't one of those people exactly. There was a minute when he was going down his path where I thought he was going to end up there, but he didn't. He ended up in the more like, you know, whatever. Yes, same story. Exactly. BC is full of what I'm talking about, the real legitimate people. But then they move to the city and they're like, oh my God. I'm like, I don't know. Right? Oh my God. And then like they start using Pachimama every 5 minutes. Like they don't even understand what it means. It drives me nuts. Same thing here in Mexico. There's not a lot of the gimmicky ones here. There's like legitimate people here. You go and hang out with the Maya and they're like legit. There's like the tourist Maya and then there's like the legit Maya. If you go and hang out in a legitimate Mayan village, which I have done, it's not what you think. And they don't look at it the way that they do on TV. This is a TV thing that you're seeing. This is not real. Like go hang out with them and live with them for real. They don't want you to look at them like victims, man. And they have very much reason to. They don't live well. I'm not talking about they're living in mansions here, bro. Like when I say bro, I do it as a sarcastic thing. I don't want to be like the people think I legitimately say when I say that I'm like making fun of the people that say like, right, bro. So like that's the thing. So anyways, Nako Bear. I don't know. Let's go. Maybe let's do it. Okay. I don't know. See, even the song. Okay. I'm going to play a Nako Bear song that's going to shake your spirit. That's going to make you feel good. It's a good one. I like this one. It's hard at this one point where this trumpet is being played. It makes you want to cry. This doesn't exemplify the band Nako Bear Medicine for the People, but it's a great song. Denise is a fan of Nako or knows Nako. I don't know if you consider yourself a fan, whatever, but he's got a lot of crazy, awesome songs. He's a really great songwriter. He crafts songs like nobody's business. I learned a lot from his songwriting crafting style. I liked at one point I would write 6-7 minute songs and I would weave together like things like in a orchestral sort of way. I like to like change up a lot of the things. So I was a huge Nako Bear fan. I have a hard time listening to a lot of his stuff now, but he is a magnificent songwriter, and this song kind of exemplifies some of what I like, but it's not the more like, yeah. That's not the song. That's not the song at all. I don't like that song. That song I don't like at all, but it's on that album, and what threw me for a loop was the Jing Jangs, bud. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. It's a good song. And then we're going to get back to some real music. But this is a great song. The trumpet's going to make you cry. It's going to make you cry.
Was my dog.
This doesn't represent the band very well, but it's a good song.
Time to pull out my paints, brand new canvas, get things straight. There are no lines here. Double rainbows make Great Lakes go to Spokane Bay. She is a keeper, let her open everywhere.
I can't do it. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I'm having these memories. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. But I'm going to play someone else, another band that I don't agree with their politics, but it brings it out. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. Were you flaming on that, Daniel? Did you like that? I could play it. The song is great, but I was having an issue with it. Is Daniel flaming the song? Because I feel bad. Then I'll play it. I'll put it on. Is that what he's doing? It is a great song, huh?
I'm not sure.
It is a great song, Daniel. I don't deny it, and he's got a lot of great music, but there's just too many things for me. So instead, it is a great song. Do you want me to play it? I'll play it. Because there's this one trumpet part that's going to break your heart. Manny, it is great. He's got a lot of great songs. Like, what can I say? Like, I could play some that'll be like, great. It's great. It is great. It's great. Poser people, well done. Beautiful music, poser people. Well said, Denise. I'll tell you why. One specific thing about Nako. So, 2021, world's falling, or 2020, 2021, I think it was 2020. It happened in 2020. World's falling apart. We all remember that. A lot of bullshittery. We all remember that. His community turned on him because he was part of like the whole transformative festival scene, if everyone knows what I'm talking about. Very much like the Burning Man sort of thing, those kinds of people. You know what I'm talking about. So he was very, very much about in that community, okay? And then a bunch of them started to turn on him and started calling him like a misogynist and all this stuff, and all these these claims came out that he did this and he did that and he raped people, but they weren't like legitimate claims. Turns out later it was revealed that they most of them were just like, it's just a guy who had women throwing at themselves at him. Whatever, I'm not going to speak for him, okay? It was clear, okay? But it was funny was so many people in that community and so many artists in that community, ones that I liked that he helped build their career, turned on him. So I thought, okay, he's going to have a moment of clarity. He's going to be like, these people are a bunch of malakis. They don't believe what they're talking about. They're posers, as Denise said. And he went after some of them. Like, he did the right thing. He took a break from stuff, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, we're talking about Trevor Hall turned on him. We're talking about like Rising Appalachian, the bands that he helped support. They all turned on him. They all made these claims too, and blah, blah, blah. Even some of his band members, the guy that plays the horn in this track that breaks your heart, turned on him. So I thought, okay, he's going to have like a moment of clarity. Then he came back and he took an attack on wokey people. But at the same time, he was doing these same malakias, like as if I don't know, man. It's like, because he...
See us stress, wonder what we gonna lose next. Well, it won't be sweet love, cause it's my lesson, it's my teacher, Malcolm X or Martin Luther, and I am neither. Perfect world, what is this? Does it even exist? Would I live there? If I can learn to be alone, I will always have a home. Give it all you got. Give it all you got. All you've gained and all you've lost. That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. Know the road like Dharma bums from the Catskills to San Juan with just an atlas. Well, it was magic. Thank you, Paul, for those directions. Oh, the bridge or Indian Ocean, those troubled waters, no longer silence in the dreaming Uluru. I heard Brumby singing to me and casting lines to Palestine. I now take over my world. It's nice to know a life like that. From the Mount of Standing Rock, there were moments I got lost. Denominators, so fuck the haters. Park hard down Ecuador, standing room on the jungle floor. Can't take our language, can't drink the oil. Lost a baby, lost a friend. Some days my family's lost again to the trauma. to the war. That's how I learned to be alone. Coming from a broken home. That's how I learned to be alone. Coming from a broken home. Give me all you got. Give me all you got. We'll make stories, we'll make love, and that's enough.
All right, this trumpet here.
Yeah, that's enough.
Go for a ride. Go for a ride. Sorry, just because this is a good example of how somebody can get inside your soul and do something. Like, this was on my Goosebumps list, by the way. I'm going to rewind it a bit and just take a minute with this trumpet and this one instrument. Like, I think very few times have I not been like moved on this. Like, let's just put it that way. Just listen to this trumpet. It's just crazy what it does to you. Just listen to this. I'm going to rewind it just a tad. Just seriously listen to this. Listen to this. This is the it.
We'll make love, and that's enough.
Take a minute with this.
Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah, that trumpet, man, it makes it so it. Denise, I loved your rant. It was a good one. I agree. It's crazy how when someone lives a life of broken, whether it's culturally, whether it's individually, whether it's whatever, it's like you have this weird decision to make as a person that's living in a broken something, whether it's your life, society, or whatever. You have this like this moment, this choice point, this moment where you choose to make it an offering, to make it something to kind of dig inside you and bring that thing out. Just like all the conversations we had today on Board No More, that moment of struggle Mark was talking about. You have that choice, or you have the choice to be taken advantage of, to be manipulated, to be to the utmost, most supreme fuckery can happen to you. Whether it's like physically, mentally, or spiritually, all three. You know, and when you have a culture that's kind of gone through some stuff, and their culture has gone through some stuff, that's a legitimate thing. That's not a joke. They're easily manipulated people when you have them there in that moment. Also, when you're overly comfortable and you have too much comfort, that equally happens. So like this bizarre choice point you have at every turn in life, whether it's like the deep, dark, hard to live situation in your personal life, in society, whatever, or both, or it's super comfort, have all the gifts given to you, everything's given to you on a silver platter. You have this choice point. And to Denise's comment there, a lot of those communities got taken advantage of. because you're taught, you're jammed with this like victimization mentality and all this stuff. And there's many cultures like that. And then the choice is easy because you can manipulate them like a jingy jangs, you know? I think I'm going to play a few more and we're going to call it a day. A couple more. I don't know, a couple more. We'll call it a day. Because, you know, I want to get some awesome burritos and tacos. Manny, what do you think about that, dude?
I think it sounds great.
Sounds great. We tried to get picture chicken and socks again the other day. It was tough. There's always people hanging out there, and I don't want to feel like a Wally walking up and taking a picture.
Their business is booming.
It is. Drop something, Manny. What you got? What you got? Give them an update.
There's just always a line, and it's almost convincing me to go and grab some. Like, I gotta know, is it that good?
It's true.
You know,
it's true. Manny said that the other day. We were walking by. He's like, you know, I really want to try some because it's go on your whole spiel about the price and everything because you had a whole breakdown of like logic.
Yeah. So there's a couple places that sell chicken, right? And this one is the most expensive out of the three. There's one that's like 2 for $170, and then 2 for $200, and then there's $150 for one. Right, so it's considerably more expensive. And then I was thinking, like, it's either really good, right, for people to buy it at $150 per chicken, or it's all friends and family trying to support them. It could be either way, and I kind of want to know which one is it, you know?
Well, if you were to guess, which one would you think it is? Like, just from like having looked at it and all that stuff, what do you think?
It's got to be friends and family. Because like you said the other day, a lot of them have them on like rotisserie things,
yep.
But this one's kind of just like sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Unless maybe the grease like builds up on it.
Could.
And then it's like a really good, flavorful, greasy chicken.
You know what? Burrito Bar, welcome to the show. Mr. The Real John Connor, hola, what's up? Burrito Bar seems to think it's the bomb. Like, is it Drake good? Like, is it Drake on the mic good? Is what I want to know, Burrito Bar. Like, what's your guess, man? Like, does it light shit on fire like Drake? I'm swearing like crazy today. Does it light it on fire like Drake on the mic, or what? That's what I want to know. Also, I'm sending this one out to Jerry. Exposing powerful lies. We talked about crust punks, folk punk. We talked about hoboing, sort of, traveling on the trains. It was an interesting chat yesterday, totally out of nowhere. I really enjoyed it. Stuck with me. Because I went on there. We're talking about, you know, the Trump thing. And then somehow I moved it to like orthodoxy, whatever. So this one's out to you, my dear friend. If you're out there, if you're listening, this is a band we both mentioned, we both liked. Not their politics, but it's a great band. It's good music. Great use of trumpet. I love trumpets in bands. I had a trumpet in my band. They were also influenced by Neutral Milk Hotel. Their use of a trumpet. Maybe we should play some some Neutral Milk Hotel. Man, are you okay if we go for a ride for a bit on this? Like, I'm feeling it a little bit.
Sure.
You good with that? Everybody in the chat, if you guys want to go a little bit longer, throw a 7.421. 7.421. 7.421. If you don't want me to keep going, you only want to do a couple more songs, just say, the way you spell that is ESHANGA. Right? Jerry, this one's for you, wherever you are.
1, 2,
Days and days. Some good old-fashioned folk punk. Let's get crusty. Let's get crusty, everyone.
She smiled and she said, on days like this, seems like it never rains. But without the rain we start. I can't escape the flying skull, and I'm beginning to lull myself into a false security. It's easier to lie to yourself than to face up reality.
Calling it.
Love won't die.
I know.
Their skeletons
I know.
on the side. I'm so sorry.
Look at that.
I've tried to get over the wall I built up in my head of guilt and fuck ups. Maybe I'm just thinking much too hard. Cause life's a gamble, life's a joke. Fucking why not go for broke? Trading all your chips and learn how to be free. Why I'm staying, I jump in line. We're all living on borrowed time. Do what you like and I like what you do when you do it. And if you don't, that's fine. Welcome. You're sure to fail, there's no get out of jail. Started life, what's the worst gonna happen? You're up in the coffins, we're all headed anyway. Can't escape the
Jesse,
madness.
Stewart.
You might as
A
well
little bit.
embrace
A little bit.
It's worse than a 9-to-5 cubicle jail cell. Buried under unpaid bullshit. Life's a game, life's a joke. Fucking why not go for broke? Trading all your chips and learn how to be free. Why I'm standing, why jump in line? We're all living on borrowed time. Do what you like and I like what you do when you do it. And if they don't, that's fine. Fuck 'em. Fuck it, why not go for broke? Trading all your chips and learn how to be free.
Oh, my dear friends, if you're not into folk punk,
we're all living on
it's
borrowed
an
time.
interesting genre.
Like and like what you do when you do it, and if they don't, that's fine. Fuck 'em.
You know what I'm saying? It's an interesting genre all together. It's a strange world, folk punk. And maybe we'll visit a little bit more of the folk punk thing right now. Maybe we won't. I don't know. I don't know where this is going to go. I'm feeling it a little bit. I'm going to go for a ride with you guys. We're going to just kind of like fly all over the place, if that's okay. I do want to revisit our Orthodox brothers and sisters out there. I want to say a quick hello to all them orthos out there that are doing their thing, that are making great music, that are jigging and jagging. You know what I'm saying? If anyone knows what I'm talking about, that means there's something wrong with you. There is something most certainly wrong with you.
No glory.
Jacko La. Jacko. I'm going to say it like a Filipino. Jacko. Jacko La.
This is for the new age.
Jacko La. Jacko.
Don't lose
Jacko.
composure over this.
Jacko La.
I apologize in advance. This ain't positive vibes only. This is failure at its best. I said I'm no exception, I'm as guilty as it gets. Sorry for the mess. This vessel is too heavy to reach heaven with a stretch. If drama's a brand and a product, I finally understand why the devil wears Prada. It's a different sect that gets this Christian bothered. Your definition of woke is conflicted, you in pajamas. I'm no one to dwell, but I've been on a crazy path. So I contemplate the past like it's complicated math in this geometric matrix. Even lies can be sacred if you add a third eye to the equation. I'm just saying that the truth can be debated, but a fruit's the same shape regardless what we name it. I'm not a vegan racist, a vegetationist. Y'all just switch the label on the bacon and then label that awakened. It's more than just the flavor. One of us mistaken, I can taste it. Let's see. Ancient stardust that evolved into a waitress who used to be an ape, but now she's smart, it's complicated. Okay, get rid of God, I don't wanna be created. Get creative and persuade myself I am a god, and I'ma live forever on the basis that my consciousness is raising through this convalescent maze with my depression trying to chase me. Sitting cross-legged, all 7 chakras activated, humming mantras, lighting sage, and nothing's changing. Or maybe if I rearrange my DNA, then we can say I made it. Now my body's holographic, but I was already faded. Cause we all Leo, fear, when the end is near, and we run to the one, 'cause we lost, ay. Found God and forgot to take a picture. It seems sorta redundant being made in his image. Ain't no metaphors left to describe the mood. I'ma smile after walking a mile in Messiah shoes, exposing this occult culture's motives like I need to meet a quota. You can quote me, it's kosher, but don't sugarcoat it. Blow out your candles, 'cause you don't know what you channeling, Susan. I literally can't with you, Susan. I'm on the fence of offensive, but still I'm zen enough to spin a cinder block on the pencil to pen the gospel. Flipping through epistles, which apostle got the wisdom? 'Cause I tend to view the system like Picasso drew the picture. Everything is sideways, and I'm not saying that I'm always right, but I've been right lately, hey. How's this? If Hades means pain, if I didn't have love, then I wouldn't say a thing. I'm a slave and he the king, he's the truth, he's the way. I'm just doing everything I can to help you see the same. Sanctify me, and this lyricism. The word became flesh, you can feel the rhythm. Think it's me speaking now, but it isn't. The Holy Spirit is in him, this is ventriloquism.
I got one life, lived out of a suitcase, but I got many friends. I wrote this one song, yeah, it's one of millions, with my one guitar and just a spark. Wading through the trash, it's hard. I ain't got the cash. Well, I got one soul, it's scarred and tattered, 3 nails and no halo. You know my past life, I got a box of pictures.
Orthodox Outcast, boys and girls. Our dear friend Orthodox Outcast.
He's in my heart. Wading through the trash, it's hard. I ain't got the cash, it's hard.
He don't got the cash.
Waiting for the girl, yeah, it's hard. I'm trying to save the world. In the winter, it's crazy cold. Summer, it's hazy high.
there, our dear and wonderful friend of the show, friend of mine, Orthodox Outcast. I absolutely adore his music. I adore his art. I adore him as a person. He's awesome. He's excellent. He's great. If you're not following Orthodox Outcast on Instagram, you better. You absolutely should. I always wonder what happens when people are like in the chats and then they see all those spoons go up. I wonder. It's happened a couple times, and I could tell that people are like, "What is happening?" I've seen this a couple times. I see this a couple times because I'm debating doing a live spoon bomb or a later one spoon bomb. Maybe we'll do the later one spoon bomb. I don't know just yet. We're probably going to be wrapping it up real soon anyways. It is 5 over here. Our burrito place where we're going to go eat burritos and quesadillas. We're celebrating today. We're going to celebrate a little bit today just because it's been a long stream. It's been a successful stream. It's been a wonderful stream. I love you guys, each and every one of you. Also, we hit some good markers in our little endeavors on the crypto side of things. We're trying to build something part of the community for all of us. And Manny did a fantastic job with something he's working on. We'll be talking more about that down the road. Next week we have Father Christopher Foley of Luxury joining us on Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll have a surprise for you guys there for sure. Please tune into that. I'm telling you, you are not going to regret it. Let's see. I'm also going to be doing an interesting interview next week. Someone you for sure know. For sure, you guys know this person. I won't be talking about it yet. I might let the Patreon crew, excuse me, the Patreon crew know about it. I probably will. Let's see what else we got next week. The big surprise one that I was supposed to do that got canceled. That might be getting rebooked really, really soon. So that'd be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that. We got a lot of things we're working on. We don't have a lot of time. Oh, if you guys are ever watching any episodes of anything and you see something interesting, funny or good or whatever, or this and that, just send us a clip. You don't have to actually clip it out. If you want to, that'd be awesome. You can do that on YouTube if you want, or just send us the time codes. Because I don't even know if I have time for that anymore. It's so bogged down. I don't know. Forget about that. But if you guys do catch something like specifically super interesting, doesn't have to be a whole bunch of stuff, but just like super interesting stuff, just send it to me. Like something like, yeah, I guarantee this is cool or this is interesting. Send it. Let us know. If you have anything for the zine that you want to add, we're going to start piecing it together definitely next week. We'll announce the day that the submissions will be due and we'll let everybody know. Everything and anything will be a consideration. So let us know if you have any ideas, pictures, artwork, poems, recipes, an opinion piece, a funny little thing that you wrote when you were 6 years old or something like that. Someone posted that. We're going to post that. We're going to put that, unless that person was joking. We're definitely going to include that. Nice little poem from a 6 or 7 year old. I can't remember the age. An interesting tweet you saw. I don't really care what it is. Really don't even care what it is. It's just let's build community this way. Let's start this way. For all the musicians out there, start recording, start mixing, some mastering, start sending us stuff. I want to put together something in that department really, really soon. I want to put out some of the amazing artists that we have in our community. Again, we will not own your copyrights. We will not own your masters. Actually, it even makes releasing music easier. I found a loophole on how to release music without having to worry about all that stuff and having to worry about taking money from some artist. So just so you know, if you have your own YouTube page, we don't touch it. If you put out something on Spotify, we don't touch it. If you have something, you get your music put in a commercial, we don't touch it. If it goes through the network, and that would be part of like the compilation or this and that, or it's on the platform, we have an amazing way of paying everybody, including us getting paid. That doesn't require anybody signing away anything. If at any point you want to leave and walk away, there's no problem. There's no contract in that way. It's pretty good. It's pretty much distribution and promotion through the network. It's a pretty interesting model. I've tried to like really see if there's any loopholes. So far, I haven't found any. So, yep, send us music, especially if it's going to be on the compilation. we're putting together this thing here. All right, we're just gonna do a few more, and we're gonna call it a day. Let's see. Do you guys want something? Do you guys want folk punk? Something really, really weird? No, I got something weird. I'm gonna show you that later. Some folk punk, ortho music, or a specific genre. Folk punk, ortho music, or a specific genre. I don't even know how I would get any answers. If you're gonna put that in the chat or whatever, I don't know. Maybe I should just play something I want to play. Manny, what do you think? And then I think we're gonna tie this up. You got a request of like one of those targets?
I'm always down for soul.
Soul. Oh yeah. Never say no to that. That's a good call. Soul music. Oh yeah, let's do some soul music. Let's go. All right, let's do it. One of my favorites. One of the greatest, one of the best, one of the most hard-hitting. Before the counting, well, not the counting, before the Black Crows. This is the original. I can give you what you want, not to come home me. Little thing like a cat. Otis, baby, take it away. Oh. Let me count the cat. Oh yeah, you're doing this. We're doing this. I did Chicky Chang those lyrics, and you caught it. Total Chicky Chang flavor. Oh yeah, and then we gotta switch it around and make it all move. Everybody knows. Everybody knows.
This is a man's world. This is a man's world. But it wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a girl.
Man, that bass line.
You see, man made the cars that take us over the road.
It's so simple, but it's hard hitting.
Man made the train to carry the heavy load. Man made the electrolyte to take us out of the dark.
I think someone should play this while Andrew Wilson's on whatever podcast arguing with the feminists in the background. As Andrew makes a comment to the feminists. Just pop this in. Pop it in. But ain't nothing. Ain't nothing. Not a woman or a girl. It's true, man. It's true. You know what I'm saying?
And a baby boy.
Right?
Man make them happy. Cause man make them toys. And after man make
all right. Now if someone out there is a Beatles fan. I want to know, is anybody out there a Beatles fan? Is someone a fan of the Beatles out there? Because if you are, I'm going to tell you, the Beatles could not have done this as good as what I'm about to play. All right, here we go. He's the opposite of a Beatles fan. I'm not a massive Beatles fan, I'll tell you. But I'll say the Beatles couldn't do it this good. Are you ready to hear this? I enjoy the Beatles, yeah. From time to time, I got respect for the Beatles. Some things here and there. A lot of the recording quality, this and that. I have some questions. But I want to know, could the Beatles do it this good? I don't think they could. I don't think they could do it this good. I don't think they could do it this good. For the record, let's go back here and let's think we hear a different word. There's a conflict occurring. Somewhere over there, on the other side of things, there's a conflict occurring. That's not too far off. The 60s Backstreet Boys. I don't disagree with that. I have a whole thing on the Beatles. I just kind of keep it on the DL. I'm not that far off from you there, brother. There's something weird about that for sure. They got skills on some things, but most of it was for me from the engineering standpoint, but that's a different story. But now, let's go back to the conflict that's occurring. Situations are happening. And those situations have something to do with... Hold on. Hey, what? Hey, what? Hey, what? Hey, Jude. What did he say? 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 Brethren, out there in the world of the YouTubes. You know what's crazy? Oh, I shouldn't get into that one. That's a little too spicy to talk about that. But my man Abba is getting smashed out there from the Rastafarian community, the fake Stafarians. The fake Stafarians. They're saying some crazy things to him. I was thinking about really bugging the fake Stafarians out there. I was thinking about doing it on Sunday. I don't know. I was going to do a whole thing about how Bob Marley would not agree with some of the horseshittery that some of the modern Rastas are saying. To my man Abba. They're talking about like feminist stuff and this, and I'm like, you think Bob would have been like agreed with that stuff and abortions and things like, oh, I don't know if I could say that, terminations and things like that? You think Bob would be like, yeah man, it's a great idea, Jah want you to do these things? He wouldn't say that. Peter Tosh would be like, young woman, what you say now? With your blood clot crying and you're whining? That's what he would say. They wouldn't be like, yeah, girl, you go out there and you'll be a boss bitch, You'll be a boss bitch. He wouldn't say that. They wouldn't say that. Bob Marley would not say that. Peter Tosh wouldn't say that. They wouldn't say that. They'd be like, girl, what you talking about now? You're saying this Ross Clark crazy things, man. That's what they would say. But these like modern day fake Stafarians are telling my man Abba that it's like that they're just talking woke craziness things, man. There are a couple of dreads, and I was happy that two of them were from Toronto. They're just putting them in check and saying, "What are you talking about? There's no way, right?" So on Sunday, I was gonna do a thing. I was thinking about it, and then really bug them. I was going to play some ABBA. I was going to talk about some reggae stuff. I was going to talk about a little bit about the birth of Rastafarianism, because a lot of people don't really know that what's going on there. They think it's something, but it's not that thing that you think it is, to some degree. And then I was going to show you guys clearly how Mr. Marley converted to Oriental Orthodox, Ethiopian Orthodox. One step closer to Eastern Orthodox. And all them dreads were upset, so angry at the man they call Bob Nestor Marley. And they were saying, man, we got to kill you, brethren. We're going to kill you. They were trying to kill the man because the man become Oriental, Ethiopian Orthodox. He accepted Jesus Christ. None of that other rascal thing, none of that. Anyways, I don't know how we ended up here, but we ended up here. My apologies. It's been a strange day. It's been a strange year. It's been a strange month. And the train keeps moving. And speaking of strange, I didn't play them when we did our episode on Outsider Music, but I should have. I would have. Should have. And it's something that they're the epitome to a large degree, next to Captain Beefheart. And not only are that, they're the epitome of taking an idea, a concept of art, and creating a really good, strong following behind them, not playing the game of the industry. You know what I'm saying? None of that stuff. None of that stuff. And they kind of did their own thing, and they're kind of strange. They're definitely strange. They're pretty crazy. They're pretty cool. Let's go. Let's just check some of this out. What's going on over here? Bam. What is that?
Someone saw a strange amount of moisture on her lips, and it was also seen upon her arms and on her hips. Exactly who she was or how she died, but when they opened up her purse, they found a snail inside.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's probably one of the coolest things you've ever seen, and I know. Ziggy isn't Rasta anymore. He's like Dave Usher, United Nations, Xavier Rudd style message. Yeah. There's a lot of nonsense out there. You know what I'm saying? Let's play some Bob. What do you guys think? Should we play some Bob? Let's play some Bob. Respect. He tried. You know, when he was here, he tried. He tried his best. Right to the end, you know, he tried to do what he felt was correct, what was right. There's some like I may have mentioned this before, and if I did, whatever, I'm going to say it again. There's a lot of artists out there that are overplayed, that are completely overrated, that are completely like overrated. We mentioned the Beatles. You know, and everyone kind of refers to it, but this man is definitely not overrated by any stretch of the imagination. He's definitely one of the greatest ever was, ever will be, to the day I die. You can never over, especially old Bob. Well, not that century, but that Jamaican mixing style is still prevalent on this album. They wanted him to tone it down a bit, but he didn't on this album. But later he did. Concrete Jungle. That kick drum, the tone of that bass.
No sun will shine in my day today. No sun will shine. The high yellow moon won't come out to play. Won't come out to play. I said darkness, darkness has covered my life. And has changed, and has changed. Oh. Where is this love to be found? Oh, someone tell me please. Oh, life, sweet life, must be somewhere to be found. Instead of concrete jungles, where to live in this arms. Oh, Lord of mercy. Concrete jungle, jungle, jungle. Oh, man, you got to do your best. Oh, now. No chains around my my feet, but I'm not free. Oh, I know I am bound here in captivity. Oh, yeah. Never know what happiness is. I would say, never know what sweet caress is. I'm always laughing like a clown. Oh, won't someone help me? 'Cause I've got to pick myself from on the ground. Yeah. Instead, concrete jungle. I said true, not true, not even sexy. Oh, concrete jungle. I say the jury found me guilty. Yeah. Oh, now I say no sun will shine in my day today. No sun will shine. Oh,
Yeah, I'll talk about that.
high yellow moon won't come out and say, oh Lord, I say, darkness has covered my light and has changed my day too.
Oh yeah, I could talk about this. I could talk about this. Bob, yes, there's some people that say that he was used as a tool, all that, to bring like the whole diversity thing and all that thing. The song War was speech by Haile Selassie. I think we got to take ourselves back to that time in history to kind of look at things from a clear point of view. Some of the things that it's one of those things where people say certain things about I don't know, like, women's rights or this and that makes sense. You're kind of like, yeah. You don't know what you're buying in completion. You don't know what you're buying into. You know what I'm saying? When you first hear some of these concepts, I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. So I think that's kind of what happened there with a lot of that without going too deep into it. Bob's sound was soft and hardcore when he made his way to Island Records. I forgot the guy's name, the British owner of Island Records. Oh boy, I forgot his name now. He took Bob under his wing. He got him to like soften the sound. So on that track that you just heard there, that's before the sound got softened. I think we just got kicked off. Did we just get in trouble for playing Bob?
Good question.
I think we did. I don't know. Is anyone still there? Anyone still out there?
People seem to be there.
Okay. All right. We're cool. We're cool. So yeah. But the whole thing is, something's going on weird with the YouTubes. They're messing with us. I noticed this, exposing powerful lies. Jerry mentioned it too. When he hit the 4-hour mark, it got all wonky and shit. Anyways, it doesn't make sense. There's way more people than it's saying that are in here. What's up, yo? All right, I'll keep going a minute. So Bob, I think Bob, it's like what I talked about with Frank Zappa, or what I talk about with John JFK, or any of these individuals that, they're either nudged to do something that they don't realize is going to lead to bad shit, or they're bought or whatever, and then they finally figure it out. I don't think Bob was bought. He definitely wasn't bought, but I think he was nudged in that direction. And of course, it could be easily done, as we were talking about earlier. When you take a society or you take a person and you break them and you make them, like we were talking about earlier with the natives and all that stuff, and they have a choice in that darkness. You know what I mean? You have a choice in that darkness. Mark and Maida had a choice in that darkness, and they made a decision, and from it something good comes, right? So if you put a population, a people, you put them down, you put them into a dark place, they make dark decisions sometimes, or they make something beautiful out of it, like Mark was talking about with those quotes, right? The struggle brings something positive out of it. So when you learn your history from, let's say, from the Rastafarian point of view, he's indoctrinated into the Rastafarian culture, the Rastafarian religion, and he's viewing things from that perspective. And if you learn more about it, it's very Afrocentric. It's very much like the Black Israelites and all that stuff. If you know what I'm talking about, the Black Hebrews and all that stuff, that whole retelling of history. And when you go down that path and you're taught these things, you view everything from that perspective. So of course, Bob was in that perspective. So a lot of the things he was going to write about or talk about is going to be from that perspective. And the Rastafarian retelling of history is that Emperor Haile Selassie of Ethiopia was like the second coming of Jesus. Okay, well, we can get more into deep detail with this stuff. Yes, Marcus Garvey and all that stuff, you know, and all that kind of that connection, because their Trinity isn't the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit the way we see it. But also the thing with Jamaican culture is you really have to understand Jamaican culture is strange. It's not like you think it is. It's definitely not like modern Jamaican culture, but the Jamaican culture of the 60s, you came out of the British occupation. They came out, they had their independence, they create this music, they create this style, they start to take on their own identity, and they start mixing and mashing a bunch of different cultures all together. They take soul, they take R&B, they start to mix it with mento. Mento is the Jamaican like a calypso, their organic cultural music. They start to mix this all together and they make ska. From that they take rock steady. By the time it gets to rock steady, then you have this whole Rastafarian movement moving its way into this culture. The Rastafarian faith is a big mishmash of like, you know where they get the dreads from? You may not know this. You may not know this, where they get the dreads from in the smoking weed. They get it from India. So the Indian slaves that were on the island brought with them the aesthetic, I forgot what that style of Hinduism is, where they go out into the desert on their own and this and that, and they live an aesthetic lifestyle, and they smoke weed, and they even put the joints here, and they smoke like that, and they have dreads because they don't bathe and this and that. That started to mix in with this Afrocentric. I might get in trouble here, boys and girls. I wasn't expecting to talk about this. I'm going to try without getting in trouble. They start to mix in this form of Hinduism with this form of Afrocentric retelling of history. Okay? And then all of a sudden they start to put this together and they start to create this whole narrative, this whole culture of Rastafarianism. And they start to look at Haile Selassie, the king of Ethiopia, as a prophecy that happened, that this black emperor will come to save. Haile Selassie did not claim to be that. When they call themselves Rastafarians, the Rastafari comes from the word for Haile Selassie, the Rast, like the king of kings, the emperor, the Lord of Lord, and all that stuff that they talk about. So they start to view him this way. And then Haile Selassie drops off. I shouldn't do a whole stream on this, but I don't want to get in trouble. Comes to Jamaica. Jamaica was in a deep and dark drought at that time. And they were already talking about Selassie and all this stuff. He shows up and the drought goes away. And then they're like, the second coming, he came, and all the Rastas are in the streets, bongo drums going on. Believe me, I have a big love for the Jamaican people for a lot of reasons. So I'm not talking shit about them, but this is the truth. This is the truth. And it was this retelling, Afrocentric version of that. And they start to mix like the Old Testament, which is why they use the Star of David a lot, with the New Testament and a retelling of it. And they start to incorporate the Ethiopian Orthodox books, because they have some books that we don't have as Eastern Orthodox. And they start to mix this all together, and they add this element of like Selassie, and they start to add the element of Marcus Garvey. And Marcus Garvey was going to take the black streamliner and take everyone back to Africa. That's why in a lot of reggae you hear repatriation is a must. Repatriation. Everyone must go back to Africa, repatriate, going back to Africa and all that stuff. So they start this whole thing. So you have Bob coming out of the fact that Bob was half white and half black. I was a half a white and a half black. And the black people were racist against him, and the white people were racist against him. He had this whole thing. His mother was, with this white dude. Like, I don't know what the detail is there. I should do some research before doing this episode. But we're already here. Let's keep going. All of a sudden, what ends up happening is Bob, this little guy. It's us little guys that make the bomb-ass music. Not going to lie. Manu Chao, Bob Marley, Joe Strummer, Tom Waits, Mano. It's what we do. Wow, I just put myself in that category. The ego. I was totally joking, and then I stopped. James Brown. I just stopped to think about what I said, and I was like, "Whoa, no, that's next level caliber. I'm not on that caliber at all. That was totally a joke. Not my ego." So then you get Bob in this environment, in this situation. He's coming out of the ghetto. He's trying to make it by as a half white, half black. Everyone's hating him. both the white side and the black side and all this stuff. And then he starts coming out with this group and this and that, and he starts to build. And then you get to the point where they're all looking at him for a message. His message was never BS. It wasn't like slackness. You know what I mean? He was talking about for real thing from his Afrocentric Rastafarian perspective. Okay, so let's take that into account. Then he starts to weave this story. And he starts talking about one love. But the one love he's talking about, because one of these fake Rastas try to tell me that on Instagram when I said, yo, Bob wouldn't agree with what you're saying. He's like, Bob taught one love. I'm like, Malaka, he didn't teach one love the way you're saying. You think he would be around going LGBT and listen, nah, there's no way. The Bati boy chemist, that's, he would not be, he's a Bati chemist, They're doing the anal experiments with the asshole like a Bati chemist. I don't think YouTube will catch what I just said. Now, Bati chemist doing experiments with the asshole. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. I hide it. Maybe that's how I'll hide things. And I'll just do my really bad patois accent and hide things in there. He wouldn't be for that. I'm telling you, he wouldn't be for that. So back to what I was trying to say. Was he used as a tool for the New World Order and this and that? A lot of people were. Joe Strummer was. A lot of the people I play on here definitely were. Some of them knew it, some of them didn't. But what ends up happening is if you're digging for truth and you're for real for truth, and that's really what you're going for, you think the punk community wasn't used in this way? You think the Sex Pistols were like what you think they are? They weren't. Johnny Rotten eventually kind of caught on. That's true. But if you look at the history of where that stuff comes from, man, Malcolm McLaren was, if you want to call it, you guys call them bagels on here on this, it was one of those that was trying to manipulate the socially engineering that whole punk scene, bud. That didn't happen, or that was engineered. Okay, and same with the Clash. But then, if you buy into that and you see that you're manipulated and you're created a boy band, the Sex Pistols were a boy band. I'm not saying I don't like the Sex Pistols. I'm not saying I don't like the Clash. Bernie Rhodes also was a socialist that he put together the Clash, and Malcolm McLaren put together the Sex Pistols to mess up society. That's what it was for. Same with Frank Zappa, all this stuff. But some people catch on and like, I'm going to stop this. This is not what I want to do. That's what Joe Strummer did. That's what Johnny Rotten did. If you listen to what Johnny Rotten is still saying, if you listen to what Joe Strummer are saying, but they can't come out and say everything completely because bam, bam, something's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I love the Clash too. Don't get me wrong. Totally love a lot of these guys. I love them. Love Bob. So going back to Mr. Marley, I don't think he was used in the way that way. Like some people have like this, he was a psyop, man. Everything's a psyop. Everything's a conspiracy theories. There's a lot of truth in a lot of these things. But a lot of times, sometimes, think about it. You're a kid. You're a dude. You're trying to make it as a musician. Some guy shows up with a fucking suitcase and tells you, I'm sorry, I'm getting heated. And all of a sudden offers you opportunities to do this and to do that. You're going to take it. I guarantee you half of the people that are calling out this and that, if I went back to those times when they were a youth, you know them youth, you're 21, you're 19, you're trying to figure something out, and I offer you an opportunity, you're taking it, bud. Then you can later, when you're 30, say it was all a psyop. What happens is when you figure it out, what do you do about it? Our beloved Father Seraphim Rose. Our beloved Father Seraphim Rose, soon to be saint, canonized. He went down some Malakia paths. Sorry, I don't know if I should say it that way. I apologize. Sorry. Father Seraphim Rose, I don't mean it that way. I'm just saying he went down some dark paths. He realized the dark path. And what did he do? He changed it. And that's what I think Robert Nestor Marley did. Towards the end of his life, he was introduced to Jesus through the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. That's another thing I left out from the whole Rastafarianism. It's a black Afrocentric Judaism mixed in with Ethiopian Orthodoxy mixed in with this like weird folklore. That's really what it is. It's an amalgamation of all those things, and they incorporate other books that we don't have as Eastern Orthodox. But Mr. Robert Nestor Marley, at the end of his life, a year before his death, he converted to the to the Oriental Orthodox Church, the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. One step closer, yes. Exactly what Post is saying here. And they have connections to us. They're closer. They're as close. They're closer. They're not. He's not fully Eastern Orthodox. But I guarantee you, a man that's looking for the truth, a man like Bob Marley that was looking for the truth, if he continued to live and he didn't pass away, I guarantee you, I would shake people's hands. He would become Eastern Orthodox. Why? Because he would keep digging and he would see where the truth is. Just like every punk rock person I've interviewed, that I've talked to about how they came to Eastern Orthodoxy, they said truth. You guys that were on the show, how did you get here? How did Joseph Beard get here? Truth. How did Christina get here? Truth. How did Mark get here? Truth. How did Maida get here? Truth. They all say that. We're just keep looking and looking and looking for the truth, and you do your thing and then you end up there. That's what I think. I think Johnny Cash, if he had lived long enough and he was had been introduced to Orthodoxy, he would have. Anyways, I don't know. These are my hopes as a person that loves and adores music. I have no idea how I ended up at this rant. Wow, sometimes I snap in and snap out. And I'm like, how did I end up here? How did I end up here? I have no idea how we ended up here, but I believe Bob Marley had good intentions. Back to Bob. Bob was influenced highly. Bob was taught how to songwrite. Bob was given the full-on craftsmanship of writing tunes by this man, Joe Higgins. God bless you, Joe. God bless you, Mr. Higgins. Oh, that's not. It's not going to play like that, is it? Huh? Oh, okay. I see what you're doing to me there, Jang Fair. Jang Fair. Here we go. Joe Higgins, the man who inspired the great and wonderful Bob Marley.
Baby, come on home. So long I've been alone.
Right?
I've tried to do my best, giving you happiness. Kissing another man,
that voice
will be a change of plan. And then you close your eyes. That came to me with great surprise. So if you love me true, all you have to do is come on home.
Right?
Come on home.
That hits so different.
If it's a change of plan, I'll try to understand. If it's a change of plan, I'll try to understand. Don't let me cross your mind if I must stay behind. Don't let me cross your mind if I must stay behind. Oh, but if you love me true, all you got to do is come on home. Baby, come on home. I've been alone.
Joe Higgins.
I've tried to do my best.
Joe Higgs.
Giving you happiness. Kissing another man could be a change of plan. And then you close your eyes. That came to me with great surprise. So if you love me true, all you have to do is come on home. Baby, come on home.
The bass tone from this song inspired me to put that bass tone in Levy, the song that I recorded with the drop ups. That's that Manny shook his head. You know what I'm saying? That's where I was like, I remember telling Mike when the bass, do this, do that. And we were in the studio. I was trying to get because the producer of that track, when we were on his record label, Terry, he was like a straight up like punk. NoFX was his favorite band, all that kind of guy. And he's like, he thought like I'm talking reggae, like that white boy ska stuff. No. And I went on there, like I cut the treble, the mids to this one thing, and then just bass. And I was like, not heavy enough. And then that was because of that track. Like, listen to that bass, how it's just like, dum, dum. It's like so deep. Let me see if I can. Does this one have it too?
Brother, if you wanna be in line,
Joe Higgs, man, he's sick.
so you got to make a way, yeah. You got to make a way right.
Like, listen to that bass tone, right?
You got to make a way, yeah. You got to make a
that
way
bass tone.
Right now.
It's so dirty.
So shake a leg for
yeah, it's thick.
Brother.
Like them ties, you know.
While the sun shines,
thick,
got to do your
brethren, you know, thick ties.
If you wanna be
going back to this one here, watch. Listen to that bass.
Yes, come on home.
That tone. That tone.
Come on home. If it's a change of plan.
Yeah, you guys were commenting on the influence. Yes, that is where Bob went to Music University when he met Joe Higgs. Joe Higgs, so good. You could definitely see Bob's because I'm trying to think of this other song I want to play before we end. A Canadian artist, but yeah, you could hear the thick bass tone there, and it's like a lot of my recordings. I like dirty like thing, and I just can't you can't get it with the kind of gear we have. But yeah, those bass tones are so good. I forgot that guy's name. Forgot the name of that song because that would be a good song to end with. But anyways, guys, I'm going to end the show right now with a 1-2 punch, and we go. Let me see. What is the name of that song? I don't remember the name of the song. I know if I told Brody, he would know for sure. Take us out with a drop-ups tune. Oh, boy. A drop-ups. Should I do a drop-ups too? What would I? Well, Levy would be like the most fitting after that. Okay, I'll play Levy since it fits with that bass tone. That's what I was kind of going for on Levy. And then I'm going to look for that other song. And let's see. While I do this. See? It's not the same though. It's not the same.
Carried on through a tapestry of song. Many fell prey to the sound as the others control the ground.
Found it.
Building walls to hold the rain.
Close.
Leaving death out on the plain. Oh, those plants they wouldn't grow. This is the story they have been told. Yeah. Well, I feel the rain. Yes, we are.
So we're gonna do one more, and then we're gonna call it a night or a day or whatever it is. Day and night is another Mano track. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I started putting some of them on Spotify, like some of the S.O.S radios, so you could find them on there. Just generally speaking, a lot of the streams we do, we try to like do them. I'm not trying to promote the show, but I'm just saying how we kind of design it. We try to make them like timeless. So like whenever you listen to a track or an S.O.S radio episode, or whether you listen to one of our like the content we make, it should be timeless. Like we hope that it is. That's kind of how we put things out. So if you ever want to, you're bored or whatever, you want to chill out and listen to some music, that's what they're for. I'm hoping they become that. Anyways, speaking of Canadians that mix up some of the reggaes. I'm not a huge fan of this artist, but I do love this track. And this was a pretty good album. And unfortunately, Canadian hip hop took a weird turn. I think I've mentioned this before. Canadian hip hop was on a good track up until they tried to start becoming American. And we're talking about like the late 90s, early 2000s. A lot of great Canadian hip hop was coming out. And then all of a sudden they tried to Americify things. And instead of continuing with the way that they had their Canadian style hip hop, like we're talking about the Rascals, we're talking about early Chuck Lair, we're talking about, cats like that. Anyways, one of these artists who I wish had stayed on that same path and didn't try to become American put out this awesome song. Do you like Cyril Joe? Oh my God, I totally forgot about that. Wow, that got me. Cyril Joe, I remember. Yeah, I remember Cyril Joe. Where did that come from? That's crazy. Cyril Joe. Oh my God, wow. Should I play some Cyril Joe? Should I though? I don't know if I should.
I don't even know who that is.
Okay, before we do that, we're gonna. It was like also, what was the other one? Ugly Kid Joe. I remember Ugly Kid Joe. You guys remember Ugly Kid Joe? That was that. Wow. All right, here we go. Canadian hip hop, it's Jamaica.
Talk about sound killing. When they don't know, say we are original sound killer. Fussy hole, you know we.
Fussy hole. That's such a Canadian, Jamaican term. Fussy hole. Yeah, fussy hole. Cardinal Official was once pretty cool.
Tough lock. Girl, follow back away. You know, so we have a thing pan cock. Can't chat to me. We start dance from 19 all long. Think I only 45 we collect. A dub plate we have. Anytime we drop Cardinal, IRS and Wire, a blood clot big tune that.
Yes. Oh me, oh my eye. Them a try run, Mr. Cardinal flavors you can't deny. Cause them circle cat so fly, them jacks stay do or die and ask when them on the murder song before a dance can turn around and jump and begging for a black eye. They off a style me have to put it on back. Rap from T-Dot to the Bronx and Brixton they come back. Yeah.
If a MC step out the line and fill him out, forget cut up, butt up, lick up, piss up, sound get brick up, beat up and kick up till the boys start nick up. Girlfriend, what's your name? How you look so sweet with your horse legs acting like you're strange. It's full time now you come off of that range. My name's why you're bareback farming in the plains.
Blessing this, effortless, mess with this, F with this if you think you got a chance to dance with your devilish messages. Stressing this can only lead to battery. You rattle me, request to battle me, I take as flattery, I see ya. Grip your Bible, I'm the lyrically homicidal idol who's liable to take your title with a single recital, it's vital. You respect the steez, I get vexed with ease. Don't make me ask you to respect me, please.
It's just a old time killing. We are doing it wrong, get your money clear for another day, in another way. Them and them not take the ray. We are murderer, killer.
Northern Touch. Yeah, boy.
Hey, yo, 187. Cold blood, I meant to do it ruthless. Knew it was murder since the grassroots produced it. And now we got some axe murderers up on the track, burning murder onto wax so you can witness the attack is black. The nigga who writes the burn fable, so hype the source should give us 5 mics and 2 turntables. We spit
Spitting this with beats so ridiculous and rhyme style limitless. Let's see if they can get with
Why
this.
you crazy? Your tough talk don't amaze me. Imaginary gas busting just don't phase me. Lick a shot with your fly, gun finger in the air. Headstone on your 12 inches. Mr. Cardinal and the monolith was there. From 94
Yeah,
to now,
Barrington
beats were
Levy,
wild in the
for
east.
sure.
Leave enough man to see. So I
Oh
got
yeah,
two
okay, let's do
middle
it. We're gonna
fingers
do
that's
it
made for 5-0.
for the
If I
Canadians.
have to get dust, I let my people them go. Y'all know.
Old time killing. We are deal with wrong, go get your money clip. For another day, in another way. The man them not take.
Ray.
We are murderer, killer.
Call me a sound killer, gut filler, rhyme spiller. Don't date vanilla, hip hop gorilla, mind chiller. Don't drink Miller Lite, night.
Yeah,
Spite might
for all my Canadian brothers and sisters out there, for the era when we had good hip hop.
Quicker since my prop got bigger, get yanked like a Glock trigger just to make the plot thicker. Girls got bigger.
For all those old days when Canadian hip hop could have been something, could have been great, could have been wonderful, could have been insane, could have taken over the world. Back in those days, we had a moment. We had a moment in time. And only Canadians really know the Canadian hip hop that we had. Making reference to the T-Dot. And making reference to like good old hip hop from back in the day. Canada could have been great, but they chose respect. See, I only thought Canadians knew that. Swollen members. Yes, respect. Totally. Mark, definitely respect. He knows his hip hop. If someone knows Swollen members from Canada, from Vancouver, nobody knows them at all. Mad Child I could see, but Swollen members, respect. That's respect. He knows Swollen members. That's respect. Totally. That's cool. No lies there, man. That's cool. I almost want to keep going, but I can't. We want to get burritos. We want to get quesadillas. I'm excited to have burritos and quesadillas. It's been a long day. A lot of love for everyone that was on the stream. Bored No More was a success as always. We enjoy the people we bring on here. Mark, thank you for being here. Thanks for opening things up. You and Maida, that story was heart touching. It was heartbreaking. It was beautiful. Really thank you guys for that's a big thing to be telling people that kind of story to everyone and putting it out there. I think it's important, as I said earlier, and also it's hard. It's not easy, man. That was a brave thing to do. Christina, Orthodox Family Review, Orthodox Family Life. I'm sorry, I'm getting tired right now. Really thank you for coming on. That was amazing. Very, very important information, much needed. Homeschooling, all that stuff, very important in our community. Our dear friend Joseph Beard, thank you for sharing your love and your highly ethical morals in business and putting things together. Really appreciate you coming on, my dear friend. For everyone that stuck around, everyone in the chats, a lot of love for you guys. More than you know, take care of each other, support each other. We'll be back Sunday for sure. And, let's do this. Let's end the week right, I guess. Some interesting times out there. Interesting times. I don't know what else to say, man. I really appreciate a lot of the people that we communicate with, because I think a lot of them get it. They get the distractions out there. I see what you guys post. I see the kinds of videos you guys make. And it's not just one, it's many. I know a lot of the conversations I have with you guys privately, you guys get it. You see that there's like a lot of manipulation out there in terms of like, look at this shiny thing. Look at this guy did. Look what that guy did. Judge this person. Don't judge this person. Attack this guy. Attack that guy. Look at this debate. Look at that. Look at this regurgitated piece of information over and over again. I'm tired of that stuff, man. I keep saying it. So I really appreciate the people that come on to our live stream. It's all of ours. It's not ours. Bored No More Network is like that. If you have an idea for a show, you want to do something, you don't know how to start doing your own shows, you want to talk about that, reach out to us. That's what we want to do moving forward. Mark, since you're still on the stream, anyone that's been on our show, Synaxis Podcast, Orthodox Review, everybody and anybody, like Mr. Westford, everybody and anybody that's ever been on our show, Joseph Beard, Christina, of course, anybody and everybody. If you're like, I have this idea for this thing I want to do, and you want a place to do it, just reach out, let us know. We'll put you guys in a time slot. We have some really cool guests coming on soon. We have someone interesting that you guys all know that's going to be doing the news every once in a while. Can't tell you just yet who that person is, but reach out to us in any which way you want to create content. You have content already or this and that. Come on, let's do this all together, because that's the only way we're going to make this through these interesting times that are coming. Wesley. Yeah, Mr. Wes. I got a surprise for that dude. We definitely... See, that's another thing. Like Mr. Westford, we're talking. We're trying to develop shows for him. I'm like, dude, I think you should do this. So then he starts going, yeah, that's a great idea. So we're trying to like, dude, make this kind of content. So we have those kinds of ideas too. So if you're like tired of the same old content, if you're tired of making the same old content, you're fresh out of ideas. Honestly, that's what we do really well. We look at someone and go, you should do this. This is a good idea, and blah, blah, blah. We help them. Or if you have an idea, you don't know how to put it together, just come to us, man. We'll figure things out. And again, yeah, I jabbered too much. I'm tired. I'm out of this. Let's get the hell out of here. Thank you all for joining us today. Let me find that playlist that I love to use for the endings. Manny's breathing heavy. Manny, you have anything to say?
That was probably the wind.
That's right. You breathing is the wind?
Yeah, because I haven't taken a breath in a while.
What are you talking about? I could hear you. I can hear you on my end. What are you talking? I'm just saying. I'm not trying to put you on the spot. It's normal. We all breathe, brother. We all breathe. Every one of us here, I'm pretty sure everybody here is breathing. Pretty sure.
I don't know. That Brody guy is a little suspicious.
Brody's suspicious. We're suspicious of you, Brody. Do you breathe? God bless each and every one of you. We love you guys. Time for what? Sorry. What's up? What's Orthodox Boomer Grandma talking about?
I'm not sure.
Time. The only thing that we've mentioned, time, is Sunday. We're doing our usual S.O.S. Sunday broadcast. That'll be 8 Central Standard Time. Next Thursday, clock in for Father Christopher Foley, bass player from Luxury. An amazing episode, I guarantee it. And we have a surprise for you. Then the rest of the time I have some ideas. I have some interviews I'm doing pre-records, but I'm not, those won't be live. I'm thinking about doing a convo with the Mano on Thursday though. And again, the premise of that is just like random conversations with someone. Like example, yesterday we did exposing powerful lies. Like, well, I went on his stream, but just like those random ones that are quick, fast, interesting conversations. It seems people like those kinds of conversations. I like having them. The art of conversation is dead, and the whole premise is you sit down with the Mano. Maybe loose concept we might have, but nothing's premeditated, and it's just a back and forth jibber jabber conversation with someone. I'm thinking BLA. I haven't asked him yet. But I think BLA and I can go on some crazy rants. I'm just guessing. I'm guessing that it would be rant central. And I might have to like actually bring my cigars in because he smokes like crazy. It's like Alex Jones meets Jay Dyer with he reminds me of a teddy bear. Is that weird to say? I bet hanging with BLA would be super awesome. Like super next level. Great conversation. I have to say, I really like his content. It's not the same old. It's well thought out. I think BLA, his passion shows, and he totally brings out yeah, man. He made me, like I said yesterday, he made me go look at Othello and like look at Shakespeare from a totally different way. I love his content. Maybe BLA is it. I haven't asked him yet. Jazz Alex Jones. Yes. That is totally, I could see that. Maybe we should set up a BLA Mano rant. That'd be fucking. That would be pretty awesome. The thing he does. It's different than Alex Jones because Alex Jones is more like it's more like choppy, like Gay Frogs, World Order, they're good on the goal list. It's more like that, where BLA is more like it's a little bit more like that. God bless each and every one of you. Dude, love you. Thank you for putting up with our weirdness. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you on the flip side. Word to Big Bird. And all them things in between, you know.
Άγιος ο Θεός, Άγιος ισχυρός, Άγιος αθάνατος ελέησον ημάς. Άγιος ο Θεός, Άγιος ισχυρός, Άγιος αθάνατος ελέησον ημάς. Άγιος ο Θεός, Άγιος ισχυρός, Άγιος αθάνατος ελέησον ημάς.
Love you too, Denise. Love you too, everyone. Have a great night. Prayers for everyone. Prayers for everyone and their family. Who's Hendo? All right, everyone. God bless you. Each and every one of you have a great night. Enjoy your tacos if you're having tacos. Enjoy whatever dinner you're having with your family. Love and respect for everybody out there. Seriously. Pray for each other. It could be a weird ride moving forward, dear friends. I don't know who Hendo is. Who are we talking about?
Hello, my name is Mr. Westford, and you're watching the Bored No More Network. Stick around.
Bored no more.